Right now, as you're watching this, your spirit could be dying, and you don't even know it. Not because of some demon, not because God abandoned you, but because of 5 simple habits you repeat every single day. King David almost lost everything because of habit number 3. Let me show you what's killing your joy, your peace, and your connection with God. The first destructive habit is complaining, and I'm not talking about venting when you've had a rough day. I'm talking about that constant low-level grumbling that becomes your default language. This job is terrible. My spouse doesn't understand me. Nobody appreciates what I do. The Israelites were professional complainers. In Numbers 11, they're standing in a desert eating supernatural bread that literally appears every morning, and they're complaining. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt, the cucumbers, the melons. Wait, you mean the fish you ate as slaves? While making bricks without straw? While watching your sons get thrown into the Nile? That Egypt? Complaining rewrites history and blinds you to what God is doing right now. It's spiritual poison that kills gratitude, and without gratitude, your spirit can't breathe. Philippians 2:14 doesn't say, complain less. It says, do everything without complaining. Everything. Habit number 2, comparison. Social media has turned this into an Olympic sport. You scroll for 5 minutes, and suddenly your life looks like a disaster. Their marriage, their ministry, their miracles all look better than yours. But here's what you don't see: the filters, the debt behind those vacations, the brokenness behind those smiles. Remember when Rachel saw her sister Leah having children? Genesis 31 says she told Jacob, "Give me children or I'll die." She was so consumed with comparison that she couldn't see the blessing right in front of her. Jacob loved her more than Leah, but comparison made her miserable. When you compare, you're basically telling God His plan for you isn't good enough. The third habit is worry, not concern, not being responsible, but that toxic, obsessive, can't sleep at night worry that plays every worst-case scenario on repeat in your mind. It's exhausting, and it accomplishes absolutely nothing. Jesus asked the ultimate question in Matthew 6:27, "Can any one of you by worrying add a single hour to your life?" The answer is no. Actually, worry probably subtracts hours from your life. It raises your blood pressure, steals your peace, and most importantly, it shows you don't really trust God. Ouch, right? But it's true. Worry is faith in the wrong thing. It's believing more in the problem than in God's ability to handle it. Look at Martha in Luke 10. Jesus is in her house, and she's worried and upset about many things. Meanwhile, her sister Mary is sitting at Jesus' feet. Martha's worry made her miss the moment. How many moments are you missing because you're too busy worrying about tomorrow? Habit number 4, neglecting the basics. You want spiritual power, but you won't pray. You want breakthrough, but you haven't opened your Bible in weeks. You want God to speak, but your life is so noisy, you couldn't hear Him if He shouted. It's like wanting to be fit while eating pizza every day and never exercising, then wondering why nothing changes. In Matthew 26:41, Jesus told His disciples, "Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Even Jesus, who was God in flesh, prayed constantly. He woke up early, found quiet places, spent hours with the Father. If He needed it, what makes us think we don't? The enemy doesn't have to attack you directly if he can just keep you distracted, keep you too busy, too tired, too whatever to spend time with God. Before you know it, your spirit is running on empty. And habit number 5, speaking death instead of life. Your words have power, real power. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Not influence, power. How do you talk about yourself? "I'm so stupid. I always mess everything up. Nothing ever works out for me. I'll probably fail." Congratulations. You just prophesied your own defeat. Your spirit hears everything your mouth says, and it believes it. Look at the 10 spies in Numbers 13. They saw the promised land and said, "We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes." Notice that? In our own eyes. The giants didn't call them grasshoppers. They called themselves that. And because of their words, an entire generation died in the wilderness. But Caleb and Joshua spoke differently. Same giants, same situation. But they said, "We can certainly do it." And guess who entered the promised land? The ones who spoke life. These 5 habits work together like a team designed to take you out. Complaining kills gratitude. Comparison kills contentment. Worry kills peace. Neglect kills power. And negative words kill your future. But here's the good news. You can break every single one of them today. So what do you do now? You start small. Pick one habit from this list. Just one. Maybe it's the complaining. Maybe it's the comparison trap. Whatever is screaming the loudest in your spirit right now, that's the one. And here's your battle plan. Replace it. Don't just stop complaining. Start practicing gratitude. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances." Not for all circumstances, but in them. Find one thing to thank God for every single day. Stop comparing yourself to others and start celebrating how far God has brought you. Remember where you were last year? You're not the same person. That's worth celebrating. Trade worry for worship. When anxiety creeps in, speak Psalm 23 out loud. "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." Let those words replace the fear. Get back to the basics. 10 minutes in prayer. One chapter in the Bible. That's it. Don't try to become a prayer warrior overnight. Just show up consistently. God honors consistency over intensity. And watch your mouth. Start speaking life. Declare what God says about you, not what your feelings say. You are chosen. You are loved. You are equipped. You are not a grasshopper. Your spirit doesn't have to stay defeated. These habits tried to kill it, but greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. 1 John 4:4 promises you that. You have resurrection power living inside you. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is available to raise your spirit from whatever's been holding it down. If this video exposed something you needed to hear, drop a comment below and let me know which habit you're breaking first. And don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's fighting the same fight.